The answer is no. It's not worth the extra money. I just bought this Adventure-Spec skid plate for my KTM 690 Enduro R that I just bought about a month ago. Investigating online, a bunch of forums saying that the Adventure-Spec skid plate is better because it extends back to cover the master cylinder for the rear brake. So I thought, that sounds pretty good. And you know, the pictures and everybody's reviews saying that it was pretty nice skid plate. So I looked it up on the internet, and it's pricey, very expensive. It's more than double the Flatlands skid plate that I had on my CRF 250L. I was hesitant about spending that much money. The Flatlands was about $100, and the Adventure-Spec one with value-added tax and the shipping and the pound versus dollar exchange rate came out to about $260. And when I got it, I found out that the aluminum wasn't as thick as the Flatlands. Flatlands says their aluminum is 3/16, and I measured the Adventure-Spec skid plate, and it was 5/32, which is a 30-second less than 3/16, which might not seem like a lot, but when you get it in your hands and feel it, I think you'll notice the difference in the thickness. So had I to do this over again, I don't think I'd get the Adventure-Spec plate. I'd save about $160, and B, I could use that $160 to buy a specific master cylinder skid plate or protection for the motorcycle. You add those both up, I think I'd probably come out cheaper. You know, this is the Adventure-Spec plate. It is really nicely made. It's well formed, it looks like TIG welded, and it's got these side kickouts here. I don't know if you can see that. These kickouts, if you look at it, that's going to cover the bottom part of your clutch. Doesn't have one on this side. And it's got a cutout for a drain plug, I believe, and I believe it's got a cutout. One of these cutouts is for the oil filter on the side, I believe. I obviously haven't installed this yet. Powder coated, kind of a satin black. You know, overall it's a nice looking skid plate, but I'm a little worried about longevity. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. Maybe it'll be fine. Obviously haven't installed it yet because there's absolutely no scratches on it yet. But we'll see. A little thinner than I would like to have seen it, and more expensive. More than twice what the Flatland skid plate is, and I think that's a pretty decent skid plate. I didn't have any problems with it on my Honda, and I ran it up on the rocks a lot, so I didn't have any problems with it. No denting. Obviously had scratches on it, and it was uncoated, so it was just bare aluminum. So I expect this powder coating to scratch off pretty quickly, and you can see it's already got a scratch there. The paint's missing. So that's my initial review. The Adventure-Spec skid plate from Great Britain. So the next video I'll do, I will show you how to install it on my, or how I'm going to install it on my KTM 690. I show you the difference between the plastic stock skid plate and this Adventure-Spec skid plate, and I will detail the coverage that you get with this skid plate. I didn't see much of that review on the internet. None of the YouTube videos that I saw show you exactly details of how much it covers on the bike and what it still leaves exposed. So hopefully I will do that, and I'll see you at the next video. Thanks. Why didn't it cut off?